Philadelphia, baby, you're gonna love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
Previously on Underground Sports Philadelphia, it's KB and Matt coming at you from Underground Studios. I can't believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, James Harden, the guy right here, who back in 2020, we posted a video clip that it was just fate that James Harden trade rumors were swirling around the 76ers. Well, it's official. Sixers rid themselves of Ben Simmons. They traded Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, and a couple of first-round draft picks down the line for James Harden. One of our favorite non-Phils, since I brought up the Reds, Nick Castellanos. What an absolute legend.
He's living some kind of life, isn't he? He was, baseball Twitter isn't really as active as, like, NBA Twitter, and but, like, he is the face, I think, of baseball Twitter. I saw an interesting question posed. Does he, like, know? Did he know? See
the response?
No, I didn't.
I believe it was Mrs. Castellanos said, yes, he does.
That's hilarious. Tell you what, I would love Nikki C in a Phillies uniform. Tell you that much.
We need that like we need Ox.
I feel like I can call you Nikki C. Maybe. We could have a catch together.
The left field big bat roll. It continues to swirl around, Matt. And if it happens, I will stop at no length to get this man on our show. Nick Castellanos is being thrown around in Philly circles like no other.
If we get Nick Castellanos...
I will buy season tickets just to sit behind that man.
I have not, in my lifetime, gotten a name on the back of a Phillies jersey besides a Lenny Dykstra secondhand jersey that I bought for the hilarity of getting to wear a Lenny Dykstra jersey to games. And how fun that is for me. Because what a psycho. However, if we get Nick Castellanos, the day he is signed, or at least the first day that is available on the website, I am getting a Castellanos jersey, 100%.
Now, for the real ones that know from this baseball season, we obviously embrace Nick Castellanos as our favorite non-Philadelphia Philly. Mama Castellanos.
Cincinnati's a great city.
Mama Castellanos bought in, follows the show, still follows the show to this day. I would be hitting her up so quickly to get Castellanos on the flip phone to call into this show and have Nick Castellanos on this podcast. So we would go to the moon.
Besides the memes, a player.
He's so good.
like even without just he is actually very, very good.
Hell yeah, it's Masters Week here on the Getting the Whole podcast. Stephen McAvoy and John Mavelli here live from the Eastland Golf Course, the grand reopening of one of the finer establishments out here in Vineland, New Jersey. It's been awesome. We already had some putting green contests. Unfortunately, I got my ass kicked, but no big deal. John, how you feeling? Beautiful day out. It looks perfect for golf, honestly. Probably one of the best days so far of the early spring.
I'm super excited. I think the conditions that we got for today, not only of the course, over there that he set up for us, but also we got blessed with a really beautiful day out, perfect weather, and a lot of good people around here. So I'm looking forward to it.
Crazy to think about this, Coach. Year 5 of the Dan Russo Show, presented by the Red and Gray Gridiron Group and Underground Sports Philadelphia. I'm your host, Kyle Bennett, joined by the namesake of the show, head coach of Vineland High School football, Coach Dan Russo. Coach, Year 5 getting underway this year with Underground Sports Philadelphia and Vineland High School football. Welcome back to the show. Excited to get Year 5 going. I've been at both scrimmages this past week, and it seems like there's a sense of, renewed and refreshment from this Vineland High School football program, and the energy levels from the players, the coaches, just everybody around seems like they are ready to get this season rolling.
Yeah, the staff and I worked, very hard cycling in the right kids into our program.
Montana State, Cal State Fullerton, and Georgia State as the 16. Now, those last 4 teams, obviously, statistically, won't really matter that much, but when you look at those first 6, even really 7, 8 teams, this is a stacked region, without a doubt. You have, I want to say, at least 4 or 5 teams that can go all the way.
Breaking news, I'm pretty sure Michigan just got in.
Yes, let's go.
I really need the Giants sharp the world and trade up. Kyle.
Now that my eardrums are blown out.
Kyle, you guys, the Eagles. Titans are planning to trade A.J. Brown to the Eagles.
No way.
Well,
How about you? Do you have anything to plug?
there's only one thing to say at a time like this, when the nation of England has been so rocked to its core. Queen regretfully passing. Rest in piss, bozo. We'll see you next week.
Pitts, I'm getting a phone call. Yeah, it's Delco Danny right here. We're out here. The Philadelphia Eagles are the 1 seed boys and girls. We're hosting the NFC Championship game. We're going down to the lot on Friday after work, and we're camping out over there, okay? I don't want to hear I don't care if it's San Francisco. I don't care if it's the Dallas Cowboys. They can bring it. Just name that time, as E-Rock said. Our good boy E-Rock over there, he said, just name the time, because we already know the place, all right? We're gonna be eating cheesesteaks over there. We're gonna be grilling up things. We're gonna be having a wild time over there in the lots. We're gonna be there all weekend long, okay? There's another Wingies game on Friday. We might just go and after the Wings game, just hang out in the lots. We might sleep in the Wells Fargo Center. Okay.
That's a good idea, Dr. Danny. I like it.
It's because it's the postseason. You saw before the game, Bryce Harper showed up on the screen. He was ready to have another swing of his life out there, and he said, "Go Birds." That's my president right there. What is going on, everybody? Welcome into Underground Sports Philadelphia, episode number 420. It was written in stone, kind of gospel for us. We were both at the Phillies game on Saturday, and we got to witness the boys' first home run in red pinstripes. We saw Nick Castellanos go deep to left center, make it a 2-0 ball game, and at least we got to see a win. We'd be remiss to not talk about our boy becoming a folk hero as well. And we're not talking about Nick Castellanos, we're talking about Alec Bohm.
Yeah, in probably the most roundabout way. If you had told me this time last year that Alec Bohm would be getting a standing ovation like the 5th game of the season against the Mets, I'd think we might have won the World Series or something. The sequence of events, though, had you explained them to me, I'd be like, that actually makes total sense.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the greatest remix video from John Foley at 2008 Phils?
I did not. Shut the fuck up. God damn it, that'll never get old. That'll never get old.
It's the best.
Well, we got to figure out this bet sometime soon.
Well, you're gonna look good in an orange and black lacrosse jersey, my man. I'll get you something extra special. Go Polar Bears.
Ooh, go Dogs. Go Dogs, baby. Go Dogs.
For the record, I'll take anything Polar Bears. I'll rock that. You're my guy. You're my guy. So
I got you, my man. I got something for you. We'll get it out soon.
You hear this, dude? He ain't asking for nothing.
Pandering works, baby. Pandering works. All right, ladies and gentlemen, even though the Eagles are coming off of their first loss, there's no better way to bounce back from a minor setback than to have a long-awaited guest here on Eagles Enemies, presented by Underground Sports Philadelphia. I have the pleasure, the distinct honor, and excitement to finally have the homie Gio, the podcaster.
The thing that a lot of people look over is like the thing that we're here for is to love and enjoy the sport of football.
Breaking down everything that happened with the Phils, Major League Baseball, and the what could have happened. Plus, we might text Noah Syndergaard live on the pod since he's now a Philadelphia Philly, and his Twitter bio says to text him. So we'll see what happens. Let's head to the Upside Down, Dylan.
Now,
Stranger
this will get a high spoiler. I'm not going to say it, but yes, Kyle, that's great. This will actually get a higher rating than Obi-Wan. And off camera, I said I'm surprised because I was skeptical. I thought it'd be the opposite, but after watching Stranger Things, I was like, holy shit.
Stranger Things is here for the first time since July 4th, 2019. new episodes of Stranger Things are now streaming on Netflix.
Proclamation from him from the House of Representatives, which I have here. And of course, my proclamation is here on top as mayor of the city of Island, which, again, there's always bigger and better, right? It's all good. We're going to leave that here. We're not going to read those into the record. They're going to be used for keepsakes. But, Jamil, I would like for you to come up here, please. We're going to have a drum roll around today, so. Can I get a little drum roll? I present to you, on behalf of the City of Island, in my office, where your name is engraved here, the actual key to the City of Island, presented by myself, Mayor Anthony Pooch.
Good afternoon. You got a new setup over there, Kyle? I like that setup you got back there.
It's pretty standard.
That's standard?
You know, we had it a few things.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that.
Angle. But it looks like it's going to be short. Stretch that, baby. There we go. Give it a good pull. And Vineland's defense. Oh, no.
What? That was a little suspect there. I'm your host, Kyle Bennett, and joining me, the namesake of the show and somebody who's been in the news quite a bit over the past, 48 hours. My co-host, head coach of Vineland High School football, Dan Russo. Coach, first of all, congratulations on the win. First home win for Vineland High School football since November 5th of 2020. That weight is off the shoulders. A postseason tournament win. But that's far from the biggest headline, as Vineland High School football is going quite viral on the internet now. We're going to start right with the hot news. We were up in the booth, myself and Rich Scarpa, on the broadcast on the Vineland Public Schools YouTube broadcast, and we had some suspect behavior from the referees on a fourth down play that, if it's called properly, it's a turnover on downs. Vineland takes over with about 4.5 minutes to go, and you guys just have to run some clock up 14-13. But instead, the ball is moved, the chain is moved forward, Eastern is given a first down, and Vineland High School has been the talk of the town for the past 48 hours now on the internet. And this is your first time publicly commenting on the situation, but the floor is yours, Coach.
Yeah, and everyone's seen the video. As we're speaking here, I'm actually waiting for, a text from someone significant to see exactly what's going on. So maybe I'll save that for a little bit later in the show, exactly, because I want to get this information fresh out here to our audience and to people out there. I guess it's national news now, so.
We're gonna die here.
Ooh, is this connector? Maybe that's where all the breeze is. Okay, I'm serious. This is like it literally just bathroom's nice. Welcome to our crib. We're gonna die here. Open it. If you put the camera through first. Oh, there's a door behind. It's like Monsters Inc. feel like an idiot now.
Yeah, I don't know where it's June 1st and they're 12 and a half games out of first place. Like,
I mean, it doesn't help that they've played like 20 games against the Mets already. Kind of fucked up. But yeah, this is, you know what, we missed it just barely. You know, we were talking like we were coming in Memorial Day, we're like, I don't know, there's still kind of something here for this team, and within a week it's like, actually,
no,
not so sure that there is. There's at least some hope. Yeah, the Memorial Day curse strikes again.
Since the last time we spoke, the Phillies have officially fired Joe Girardi. That's right, Joe Girardi. Get him out of here. He's donezo. It's a wrap. The Joe Girardi era was just a disaster.
First Phil's game on deck for the kid.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Let's go. Good luck, Charms in the house.
Girardi fired.
Fired.
If I would have known it would have happened sooner.
Going yard tonight.
Going yard. 300 level, right where we're sitting.
Right
Castellanos
to me. Right
dingers.
To me. In my Phillies jersey. Let's go.
In the final. Out here on Wood Street, man, getting some Spanish food, man.
Celebrity chef in the cut.
Man, we got in the back, man, see what they was cooking up, showing some love, man, and that's what we do, man. Invest back in the community, baby. Underground.
PLL season's back, Deej.
Dude,
it's back.
Couldn't be happy.
We are back. Another PLL season getting ready to kick off. We've been covering it every single year. The wild part is, it's anniversary weekend of a lot of fucking things that have happened to us over the last year. Luckily, we're not going to Boston this weekend. Because that would be a nightmare and a half.
Just wouldn't go.
I was on my way to pick you up from the airport, and I hit a bump in the road. It was drizzling. I said, oh, shit, here we go again.
Welcome back to Top Bins, the beer opening intro.
Hi.
I'm your host, Matt, joined by my co-host, Dom. We bring you all the action from England and Italy. You probably know that if you've listened to this show before. If you haven't, there you go. That's what we do.
And joining me in a very special manner, obviously we had him on 2 weeks ago, but Ben Pirro is back. You can follow him on Twitter at Ben_Pirro. Sorry, Pirro_Ben.
Yeah, get it right.
I know. And Ben, very special announcement. It's been a long time coming, and you had texted me about, I don't know, a month and a half ago, about wanting to get more into the podcast space.
Well, you texted me. You texted me.
No. You had put out an Instagram story saying that you were looking to possibly start a podcast. I reached out to you and said, hey, how can I help you?
Uh-huh.
As somebody already in the media, don't try and butter yourself up as if I came to you. Get the hell out of here. And lo and behold, you're probably understanding where the gist is going. Ben Pirro, the new host of the Get in the Hole podcast, alongside yours truly, Mr. Wonderful, Steve McAvoy. Obviously, the pro golfer in the room knows a lot more about a lot of different things than I do. I'm just here to look pretty. I'm like Jim Nance, and he's like Nick Faldo. If you don't mind me using that comparison. I know Faldo gets a bad rep, which by the way, his last week was this past week, and he did an incredible job at the Wyndham. But from my Jim Nance to my Nick Faldo, how you feeling?
I feel great. I'm ready to get it going. I feel like I have a lot of responsibility trying to keep you on task during the show and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to it. As you did just say, I have a lot of, what was it you just said? I wasn't really listening. I have like a lot of great ideas, I know a lot about golf.
Yeah, I'm excited because it's like, obviously HBO has like those moments, like the Game of Thrones, like Succession, House of the Dragon, where you get those Sunday night appointment viewing shows. Sopranos.
Yeah, they get the elite shows. HBO's new model. It's 1 step forward, 5 steps back. So we're gonna take a step forward with Last of Us, and then they'll cancel some other stuff.
Kyle, we have officially found our clip to post for the podcast.
Job well done.
You've done
what
it.
A quote.
You've done it.
The new tagline for HBO. Instead of their intro music, it's just going to be Dylan saying that.
Rule number 4 is do not wait. Okay, it's a Saturday night and the party starts right now. This show has had this band postponed. It's been 1,176 days since we last played in Philadelphia. So the party starts right now. Are we ready to go? You call me up from a payphone. I'm standing up. I can drive you home. I'm pulling up in the
Can't believe you scored it. You're just an amazing, audacious is the only way that you can put it, you know? The only way that it could be better was if Ray Hudson was the one behind the microphone when that happened. the guttural yell that would just come from that man when he scored the goal.
Or the Gary Neville. The Gary Neville. Unbelievable! Ratchet stereo. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's
that King Julian is played by Sacha Baron Cohen.
No way.
No one knows this, and it needs to be exploited. It's like, where are you Giants from? And Alex, because also Ben Stiller was like Ben Stiller, Chris Rock, Jada Pinkett Smith, and David Schwimmer for a film for your fourth.
Yeah, it was unreal.
Amazing.
It was unreal.
Then Alex goes, "Oh, we're from New York," and he's like, "Whoa." Then he goes, "All the hell, the New York Giants." And
All hail the New York Giants. New York
What if we took TV and movies and made it into book club, but for streaming platform stuff? Everybody talks about the big screen stuff. Let's do it for the streaming platforms. Nobody's doing it. Then the world shuts down, and that's all we have. And now we're here, 100 episodes in, talking about nerd shit, talking about shows and movies on your favorite streaming platforms, the business side of things. We've talked to an executive producer on a big Disney Plus show.
Honestly, that's the biggest takeaway in itself. Like, we started underground for sports primarily, you know, that was your brainchild. And then, like, we kind of just eventually ended up talking about other things. I mean, I think even way back, I randomly appeared on, like, an episode of Top Gun, which was funny because I don't even know soccer. So it just, like, it goes as a saying, like, it branched out so far since we started as a whole, and it's awesome because, no, I would not think we're sitting here 100 episodes deep. Started this show based off The Mandalorian, essentially. Shout out Pedro Pascal. We got this thing rolling.
Jones gets sacked again. Hassan Reddick this time. 2 sacks on the opening drive for Philadelphia.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome in to episode 500 of Underground Sports Philadelphia. Massive milestone episode tonight.
You know, we all know this, but it's a joy to watch him. He's just so unreal. It's so hard because you're getting drugged back in with this team. Every time you watch them, and they're putting in good performances, putting in good work, and it's hard to not feel like, here we go again.
It's the Flamin' Hot Drake Porter Duke review. Here we go.
And I'm mad because I had to go
even that sounded sinister.
Yeah, and I'm mad because I had to go
Oh my god, I can smell it already.
I had to go to more than one store to get this. I used the dew locator on purpose
Mountain Dew, so that when I go to a store, it actually has this Mountain Dew. They didn't even
smell it.
They didn't even have the label in the cooler for this Mountain Dew, so I know they ain't even getting no shipment of it. Stop doing that.
Smell this. It smells terrifying.
It smells like...
It smells like something that I can't put by.
It smells like you took some Tabasco and put it on a lime.
Oh my god. Here we go. Cheers, brother. Cheers to Drake Porter signing with cannons.
Drake Porter's a cannon. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
There's the hot.
That hot is stupid.
God damn.
I can't believe we did this, bro. This was so dumb.
Welcome back to Top Bins, the switcheroo edition.
Hey, I'm Matt.
Some formatting issues. It's all good though. We will persevere. For those listening, you have no clue what I'm talking about. This is just a normal intro for you outside of the last 15 seconds. I am your host, Matt.
Go Bird.
My good pal, Welp DW, David Walker. What's going on, my friend?
Oh, a whole lot of whelps these days covering the Colts.
All right, I think we are all set for one of the most highly anticipated episodes in this podcast history. What is going on, everybody? Welcome in to episode number 470 of Underground Sports Philadelphia. It's KB and Matt coming at you from Underground Studios. It is the return of Red October, the very first episode of the pod with the Phillies heading to the postseason.
Yeah, last time the Phillies were in the postseason, I could not drive past 11 p.m. So
we were 1 month into our senior year of high school, and how fitting is it that playoff baseball starts on October 7th, which is to the day, the final game the Phillies played in the postseason against the St. Louis Cardinals.
One out. And the pitch. Swung on! Bennett crushed! And the Phillies are going to lead it 4-0! A 3-run home run for Rhys Hoskins!
Where's the girl? Where's my love? Say my life. Dímelo. Quiero que. We in 2,000 people, man. Damn. You're real famous. For you, they want you. Oh my. Oh my God. Oh my.
He's one win, and in this case, one swing perhaps, from the World Series. On the 7th pitch, Harper hits one in the air, left center field, back it goes! Harper, the swing of his life! Yes! It is bedlam at the bank as Bryce Harper has put the Phillies on top! Are you kidding me? Oh!
And just floating on cloud 9. Just had to soak it all in last night. I couldn't find the energy and the right words, really. I didn't want to be just full-blown babbling and speechless because I didn't think it was real. The Philadelphia Phillies are going to the World Series. What is going on, everybody? It is a World Series preview edition of Underground Sports Philadelphia. Matt, how we doing, man?
You know, I think it's truly one of the few times that I've said living the dream, and I feel like kind of living in a dream.
We
actually.
are living the dream. The Phillies are headed to the World Series for the first time since 2009. Philadelphia Phillies have unfortunately lost the World Series. But to know this was the first time the Phillies in their historic history, yes, that's redundant, but I don't care. For the first time in franchise history, the Phillies got into the postseason as a wild card. And the final wild card at that. And they're going to have a pennant flying forever because of it. Not a division-winning pennant. And sure, it's not a World Series pennant. It's smack dab in the middle. And they've got a National League Championship pennant that will be flying at Citizens Bank Park forever. That blue 2022 will fly forever. And so many people will look back on this run and the fun we had from March to November and remember that Phillies baseball is special. We are going to look back on 2022 as a kick-ass moment in time where we all bonded together, sang a remix of a song by a guy from Britain and Tiesto, counted down with our all-star catcher how many games we had left before we showered him in champagne, battled through losing our MVP, not only in the field, but losing him overall for 2 months. And proving that Phillies baseball matters in this city. I think it's so special what this Phillies team did. And, sure, the final 3 games of the series, the bats went cold. They disappeared. The Phillies did something that nobody in franchise history has done. They had 3 guys hit 5 or more home runs. Like, we're going to remember Bedlam at the bank, Harper the swing of his life, for the rest of our lives. We're going to remember the Rhys Hoskins bat spike forever. We're going to remember that JT inside the park home run for a long time. We're going to remember 3 miraculous catches by Nick Castellanos. We're going to remember playoff Ranger, playoff Aaron Nola, Alec Boehm turning into a Gold Glover in the playoffs right before our eyes. Alec Boehm saying, "I love this place." I don't know. Maybe I'm emotional. Maybe I'm very connected to this baseball team as a franchise, which I am. But I feel like 2022 and the Philadelphia Phillies this year will be remembered in this city more so for how fun and how cool and just how stupid they made us feel. And now joining us on the Outside the Box podcast, recurring guest, and now world champion, head coach of the Water Dogs Lacrosse Club, friend of the program, Andy Copeland. Coach, first of all, congratulations on the title. Well deserved. And we were talking about it on Sunday night. It's wild to think back that, I just shot our shot and we got you on for your first interview after getting hired by the PLL and being the head coach of the Water Dogs to now you being a world champ. I can't even imagine the feeling from going from, expansion team to now champion in 3 years, but I'm sure it's a feeling that you're still trying to process, but congratulations on being a world champ.
Well, thanks. It's great to see you both. Thanks for everything you guys continue to do for the PLL and for the sport. It was good catching up with you on Sunday evening and wanted to be on the winning side of this whole thing. And yeah, it's pretty wild when you just kind of remove yourself from it and just look back at the 3 years and, some of the moves and trades and just you kind of go in with a plan, but plans never go exactly according the way you want them to, and certainly had our fair share of kind of speed bumps along the way, but to be the last team standing here at the culmination of the 2022 PLL season feels awfully good. So thank you for that. Congrats.
We are joined now by the original guest of Eagles Enemies, presented by Underground Sports Philadelphia. It's everybody's favorite Yinzer, Wes Euler, joining me to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers coming to town to talk Birds and Steelers. Wes, welcome back to the show. It's always fun when it's Wes Euler week.
Kyle, it's always great to catch up with you, man. It's been a lot of fun to see kind of, we developed our friendship relationship back on the tail end when I was in Philly working at WIP and part of the Eagles broadcast crew. Now 5 years later, you guys have grown like crazy. I'm back in my hometown working on the Steelers side of things. I always look forward to this. What was it, 2 years ago when the Eagles came to Pittsburgh? I was like, oh, sweet, I'll get to catch up with Kyle. And then this year when the schedule came out, I was waiting to hear from you this week. Always good to link up, man.
It's you guys and the Water Dogs playing for this championship, and nobody on the initial go-round of award winners is from the Water Dogs or Chaos.
Correct.
The people in D.C. must think that everybody is rich and can afford to pay exorbitant amounts to park their car.
Hold on, I got a story. We were playing at Red Bull the first year of the league. It's a playoff game. I think it was the Redwoods. We ended up losing. And me and Johnny Surdick were riding in my car together through the field to where they said we could park. I had my pass. The woman's like, no, you can't park here. You gotta go to the paid lot. I was like, no, I'm playing in the game. I gotta park. I got warm up. No, can't do it. Went over. We ended up paying $60 to park a half mile away. There's kids and little kids playing across, trying to get our autograph. I'm telling them, literally, I'm on the phone with Coach Towers and I'm late right now. So yeah, we had to run a half mile out. After the game, I'm walking up to my car, people are looking around you just play? I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, but.
Power ranking going into week 16. Number 10, Broncos country. Let's ride. Russell Wilson finally has fell off the wagon. You got ripened to ride shotgun and lead you guys to victory. Number 9, I would put them higher, but the Chiefs almost lost to the Texans. Vikings, number 8, you're not really fraud. The jury came back and it was inconclusive, so you're sticking at 8. Chargers with the win. Jags, Dougie P. Listen, I love the Jags. Jags was a massive win against the Cowboys. We love that in Philadelphia every time the Cowboys lose. Number 5, though, 49ers. I know they played on Thursday. The Niners defense was incredible. They played so well against Geno Smith and the Seahawks. Honestly, you could throw in Mr. Magoo at quarterback. Number 4, Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Bills, you win against the Dolphins, massive win. Eagles, obviously, 2. All right, shout out to my Eagles. Did a great win today. You're not at 1 because you know why? Number 1 are the goddamn Motor City Lions. Listen, the Lions have won 6 out of their last 7. Lions at number 1. They're going to make a playoff, going to win at least a game. Everyone should be watching out for a line.
We need the Water Dogs to whip out those blackout ones that they unveiled last year, too. I'd love to see those on the field.
Yeah. I'd say the Portal Mesh jersey is probably number 1, actually. I forgot about that one. Those are pretty sick. So, yeah, I'm glad most of us got to keep those, which is pretty cool. So that'll be a good one to pull out of the closet maybe in 10 or 20 years.
I mean, what better way to pick the brain and jump into a goalie state of mind than with the 2021 PLL MVP, 2-time goalie of the year, Blaze Reardon. All right, everybody, as we mentioned on the show, we do it big for championship week, and I don't think there's anything bigger than getting one of our White Whale guests and a first-time appearance on the Outside the Box podcast that has probably been 4 years in the making since I met our guy, Blaze Reardon, covering the Philadelphia Wings. He's obviously 2-time goalie of the year in the PLL, the 2021 PLL MVP, and he's competing for a 2nd straight championship now. And if you go back to the bubble, 3rd straight. Blaze, welcome to the show. And as LeBron James once said, it's about damn time.
Yeah, I appreciate that, KB. I got to correct you. I come correct every time. 3-time goalie of the year.
There it is.
Hey, that's not a big deal. I'm not worried about that. We got much bigger things on our plate this weekend, and I appreciate the love, and I'm happy that I got the opportunity to hop on here and talk about, the biggest weekend of professional cross this summer. So let's roll.
Our good friend Johnny Venerable, now with PHNX, to break down this matchup with the Eagles and Cardinals. Johnny, welcome back to the show. Since the last time you were on, congrats on the new gig.
Thank you.
The Arizona Cardinals, they are a frisky bunch, and like we said before we started recording, you said they haven't won a home game in a year. So this is going to be a big test, having the 4-0 Eagles coming into town.
Yeah, this is one that I feel like a lot of the fans are cautiously optimistic, but at the same time, this Eagles team is the real deal. The Cardinals and Eagles are kind of kindred spirits in a lot of different ways. They've got coaches that a lot of people are unsure about. They've got Oklahoma quarterbacks. They've got explosive offenses.
Legend has it. We're going to find out who this is.
I would love to.
We're on hashtag Phil took grenades for me watch.
Hey, at Phil took grenades for me. Whoever you are. Hey, keep the comments coming. Everybody, just keep the comments coming. We love it. Trust me. I mean,
dude, it's so wait. I have the first leg of why this is a burner. I just clicked on their profile on YouTube. No videos, no nothing, anything like that. Account created August 26, 2022. It's a brand new account. It's a burner account of a live golfer.
That's definitely a burner account. This person.
Oh my god.
Did you imagine if I just ever if I ever go to a live tour event to watch and I'm just standing there and whoever that golfer's just that's that freaking kid that really pissed me off that one time.
We have a live golfer in our comment section.
That's awesome.
Now we need to figure out who it is.
Do we have any guesses?
Phil took grenades from me.
It's not Phil.
It's not Phil.
That's too odd.
That's silly. I don't even know if Phil knows how to open the YouTube app. Is this Patrick Reed?
I forgot about it.
You had to pick a Giants player post-career to pick up the meteorology gene. Who do you think would be the best weatherman on the Giants? Yeah, I'm looking at the roster right now. I mean, just based off of career trajectory, it might be Kenny Golladay sooner than later.
That's true. Yeah, he's not that smart either, because he doesn't need to worry about anything after this. He could just retire and live a glorious life because he ripped the Giants off of $72 million.
He could just go be a weatherman in San Diego.
Literally, just go work with Ron Burgundy and be like, hey, I suck at my day job, but I'm rich as hell, because I honestly hope he texts Dave Gettleman every night saying thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
As we said on social media, a long-awaited guest on the Outside the Box podcast is finally here. Joining us is the head coach and GM of the Philadelphia Wings, Paul Day, on the Outside the Box podcast. Coach, finally thrilled to have you on the show. It's been 4 years in the making, and I'm very excited to have you on the show here to get us set for another season of Wings lacrosse in South Philly.
Well, hey, thanks for having me, fellas, and thanks for everything you do for the game in Philadelphia and beyond. We really appreciate it, guys.
Here's a little ASMR for everybody. Wow. Not a sponsor, so we're not telling you what that was, but you can guess in the YouTube comments below. It's KB and Dylan coming at you from Dylan's underground studio. Dylan, let's get into House of the Dragon episode 1. It happened, like you said at the top of the show, you watched a Game of Thrones property with me.
And it's your second time watching it. And it was even greater because Kyle knew there was a sequence, and if you are not allowed to watch Game of Thrones...
Jake Dippold, new co-host alert, coming on in.
What's going on, Steve? Good to be here. Glad to be here. Super pumped to be with Underground Philly and just, ready to talk golf, ready to talk with you, get it going.
It's great having somebody on now who follows the game of golf as much as you do, because in the years past, my friend John and I founded the show. He wound up getting a PGA job doing ground, not like ground team, but like working in the clubhouse at Hampton Golf Club all the way in the Hamptons, like right by like Shinnecock and National and all those courses. So he wound up getting swamped. we had a pro golfer on, Ben Piro, one of our friends, who came on and subbed in for him, wanted to get into the podcasting realm. Well, of course, he's now a pro golfer and doesn't really have time for me. So it was nice when KB was on. It was good to have another hand, but it's a little different when you have someone who actually knows the game of golf and follows it as much as you do. You, to give everyone a kind of an idea of who you are before we start in, former college athlete, played baseball, and of course made the transition to golf, because what else is freaking new? From every washed-up baseball player, hockey player on the planet, we all wind up somewhere in the game of golf, whether or not you're 13 or 30. In my case, I was 13, but you also now run your own TikTok and social media account, Pitch and Chips.
Get another call, Pitts.
You got another call?
I'm getting another call.
Dude. Do they know we're recording?
Hello?
This is Delco Danny over here, Underground Sports Philadelphia. How we doing, boys?
Dom, anything to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, Juventus Monza, Andrea Petagna, anytime goal scorer, lock it in.
You absolute freak. You sick freak.
That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, it's fun and games to the fucking Italian Games Commission comes after you next. Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Hey, let it give me some clout. Any kind of exposure is good exposure, right?
Getting 3 to 5 years in federal prison for clout. We'll see you next week. Well, maybe Dom might be calling from prison.
3 to 5 years? According to some of these influencers, it's a lot more than 3 to 5 years, man. 3 to 5 years is nothing.
Call it coming live
FDIC
from Fort Leavenworth Maximum Penitentiary. It's Top Bins. We'll see you next week, everybody. Welcome back to Top Bins, the show bringing you all the action from Serie A, Premier League. I'm your host, Matt. Joining my co-host, Dom. Joining me live from prison.
Listen.
For insider trading.
Listen. I've already used my jail money to get some stuff smuggled in. Things are fine.
Donate to Dom's Venmo. So I'm in commissary funds.
Listen, I'm in a Romanian jail, so
it's all right. Relax. Relax, fucking Cobra Tate over there. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, money gets you everything over here, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Dom's in prison.
Austin Hill, current assistant golf pro at Quail Hollow Country Club, the home of this year's 2022 President's Cup. Austin, welcome into the show.
Appreciate you having me, Steve. It's a real pleasure. Actually, it's my first podcast here, but I've done a lot of golf stuff since our days in high school. But I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
With great honor and excitement that we bring you an exclusive interview with new member of the Philadelphia Wings, Joe Resitardis, joins us here on the Outside the Box podcast. Joe, first things first, welcome to Philly, and we're stoked to have you on the show. I texted my co-host yesterday when I told him you'd be coming on, and he was texting me in all caps about like 17 different messages about how stoked he was. You're like a mainstay fixture of us talking about you on the show as one of our guys, and now we got you, so welcome to the show, and welcome to Philly, man.
Yeah, hey, thanks for having me on, and words can't describe how excited I am to be here. And this is a place I wanted to be, and once I heard there was interest, it was a no-brainer, to make a decision to come to Philly.
To get in the whole podcast, Stephen McAvoy here with you on a magnificent Monday. To you and yours here in the underground, thank you for joining us wherever you may be. However you're listening, my throat is destroyed from Kendrick Lamar last night.
What's your message to this fan base?
I love this place.
Man, let's take a moment to show love to these fans. Now check this out. Hey, let's go!
Go Birds.